you may notice that I'm wearing the exact same clothes that I was wearing in the last video I uploaded, and that's because these are being filmed at the exact same time. Hey folks, I'm Owl, this is Yarnell Reads, and this is my August plan. So I don't really do TBRs because I don't want to. I have no plan on sticking to it as closely as I would if I called it a TBR, so these are just my general plans. So first we'll start with my current reads. I am in the middle of Rune of Stars by Lindsay Miller. This is the second book in the Mask of Shadows duology. I am loving it so far. I'm liking it even more than the first one, and so I'm very excited to talk about that when I finish it. It comes out this August, which is this month. It comes out later this month. I was given an e-arc of this, and so I will have a review up nearer to the release date, and so when that does exist, I will talk about it on my social media. You can follow me there if you want to hear more about it. I'm also currently in the middle of listening to Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and oh my god. Okay, so like, if you can read this and Rune of Stars simultaneously, or like listen to this at one, like, so I tend to have an audiobook that I'm listening to, a physical book that I'm reading, and then sometimes also an ebook that I'm reading. But usually I got something to listen to at work and then something to read with my eyes when I don't want to listen to something. And right now I'm reading Rune of Stars and listening to Tomi Adeyemi's book, and just, they are the perfect combination. They're both these adventure stories with these amazing main characters. Sal from Rune of Stars and Zele from Children of Blood and Bone are just like the perfect set of main characters, and I am so happy with the fact that I'm consuming these together, though occasionally I do have to pause and be like, wait, no, that particular revenge storyline is in the other book, or this particular royalty storyline is in the other book, and it's just, it's a little confusing, but my god, these are both such good books, and I cannot wait to tell you all about them at the end of the month. I also have Dread Nation by Justina Ireland checked out in the audiobook form right now. My wife is currently reading it. We have the physical book somewhere, but she is currently reading it. I want to listen to it if I have the chance. If I do, that would be a queer book that I own that I'm reading. So that is a goal that I'm working towards. I want to read all of the queer books that I currently own. I am slowly acquiring more. I'll tell you more about that in my birthday haul. My birthday haul is going to be all the things that I bought for myself from this book outlet order that I placed at the end of July until my actual birthday happens on September 8th. It's just going to be a large quantity of me spoiling myself, and I have an agreement with myself. Anything that I get for my birthday, I don't have to do this, but we're not actually counting the book outlet order in that. So anytime I buy new books, I also get rid of that many books. We're trying to keep the amount of books in our house about the same because we really just don't have that much space. So I'll be getting rid of a few books. Anyway, tangent. I'll have a haul video eventually with all of those because I love haul videos. I might feel a little weird making one, but I love watching them. So my favorite part of people's birthdays is like watching them open their presents. So in case there's other people like me out there, I'm giving that to you. Anyway, those are the 3 books that I am sure I want to get to this month. I'm a little bit worried I'm actually going to run out of time on my Dread Nation checkout, so I might have to recheck that out, go back on the hold list. So that might not be this month, but that'll be soon. My wife and I read the first chapter together and I really liked it. So I do want to get to that relatively soon. I might also end up reading Strangers on the Phone by Kristen Roche. This is a arc that I know the author through internet friends, and it was actually originally a Clexa fanfiction, and I read the fanfiction and I loved it, and I found out she took the fanfiction down because she's publishing it as a book, and when I found that out, I let her know, hi, I have a book blog, I review things, and she's like, great, here, please have the arc. I haven't read it yet. I haven't really made a plan to read it yet because when I started it, I just expected it to have gone through a little bit more editing. Just on the first few pages, there were a lot of typos and like grammar things that the editor in me is just like, I want to mark this up, I want to fix this. But I think in the next few weeks to few months, I am going to need something just happy and lovely to read before bed. Lately I've been reading a lot of Clexa fanfiction or Way Hot fanfiction before bed on my phone. So because I liked this as a fanfiction so much, I'm gonna sort of try and not think about it as like a book that I'm reviewing and think about it more as a fanfiction that I don't have to stare at a screen to read. and hopefully that will be like a happy, pleasant thing to read before bed. And the reason I'm going to need something happy and pleasant to try and help me get to sleep is because I am starting my last year of grad school in less than a week, on Monday. And two of the classes that I'm taking for my last year of grad school are in the fall, children's literature, and in the spring, young adult literature. So that's why I don't have any more specific books to add to this plan, because the rest of the books that I'm going to read this month and next month and the month after, probably the month after that, and just like for the foreseeable future, are going to be textbooks for class readings and articles for class readings and books that I'm reading for these literature classes. So all of those books I will tell you about during my wrap-ups, and I'll put on Goodreads. But yeah, I'm not as excited as I wish I was. Last year during classes, I had a lot of trouble coping. My anxiety ended up really getting bad. My depression started. I never was really treated for depression or talked about having depression before the last school year. And yeah, things got rough. Things got a little bit rough. And I'm worried that the workload of 2 classes each term it might not sound like a lot. I'm worried it's going to be a lot for me. And so I'm going to try and keep my reading to a minimum. I'm going to try and keep like the things that I'm pushing myself to read to a minimum. I'm going to have like one happy thing that I allow myself to read before bed, because I don't want to go to bed stressed if I can avoid it. But yeah, anyway, that was a lot of rambling about me and school and my life. Because I am going to keep pressure reading to a minimum, I'm not requesting any more arcs for the rest of the year, and I'm not going to request any arcs for next winter and spring. That being said, Empire of Light by Alex Harrow is going to come out in January, and there's no way in hell or Hogwarts that I won't request an arc for that if it's available. Like, this, I follow Alex on Instagram and Twitter, and they are just this amazing human being. They are my favorite new debut author, and I haven't even read their book yet. They're amazing. They described Empire of Light as a queer Firefly with magic, and the Firefly TV show was one of my favorites. I love what comic books of it I have read. I don't think I've read all of them yet. That someday I might, but yeah, I can't wait. I need that in my life. I need more queer sci-fi, please and thank you. So anyway, shout out to Alex. You're awesome, and if I can make it happen, all of my viewers are going to read your books. But anyway, that's my plan for August. If you have read any of these books and you want to tell me what you thought, or if you think there's any other books that I should have on my radar, please let me know. You can find me on other social media. I am on Goodreads, Twitter, Instagram, and WordPress, all as Yarnell Reads. If you have questions or comments, you know where to leave them. And other than that, I will see y'all later. Bye!